Okay, so I've just hit 1,000 subscribers and I've only got 15 videos. If you stay tuned, I'll tell you exactly how I've done it. So before I start, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you that have subscribed to my channel, as well as all of you that have watched my videos at some point. Without your support, I wouldn't be where I am today. I've been able to hit this amazing goal simply because of your loyal support. So I just want to say thank you very, very much. However, for my regular subscribers, I've got to disappoint you. This video is not about motorcycles. But if you stay tuned, I'm going to share my 7 top tips for making YouTube work for you. Hiya, my name's Tony. I run a channel called Sweet Rides, and that channel is dedicated to motorcycle reviews and trying to help people choose their next vehicle. So I guess you're watching this video because you're either thinking of starting a YouTube channel or you've already got one, but you're struggling to get subscribers or viewers. So hopefully this video is going to go some way to help you improve that situation. Now, if you watch a lot of the media industry based videos, which I have in the past, they strongly advise you to kind of get out regular content at least once or twice a week and not to worry too much about the initial quality of the videos. The idea being that you will improve naturally by trial and error. Now that's all very well, but in my position, trying to hold down a really busy full-time job and doing YouTube at the same time, it really wasn't possible. But what I could do was make the best quality content based on my experience and ability at the time. So I've gone about building my channel in a very different way to the YouTube norm. So if I was starting a YouTube channel today, would I do anything differently? Well, that simply depends on why you're setting up the channel in the first place and what's driven you to start that channel. So I started my channel because I was watching loads and loads of YouTube videos with motorcycle content, and I actually didn't rate that many of them very well. So I thought to myself, well, I could probably do better than that. So that's what I've tried to do. But what's very important for me is I didn't set up my channel to try and make money. However, if I was setting up a channel today and I wanted to make money and grow the channel as quickly as I could, with the experience I've gained now, these are the 7 steps that I would take to do that. Okay, so number 1, before you even set up your channel, do your research. Research what are the most popular subjects and searches on YouTube. So to earn money on YouTube, you need to consistently hit tens of thousands of viewers. So picking a low-level niche subject just isn't going to cut the mustard. But you also need to pick a subject that you have some knowledge of or some interest in, and ideally something you're really passionate about. You are going to be spending hours researching, writing, filming about your chosen subject. And it's really hard to fake enthusiasm just so that you can earn some money. Okay, tip number 2. Try to pick a subject where you can film quickly and easily, and generally speaking, on your own, with your own equipment. This will mean that your filming will be more flexible and you can film and edit on your own, get the videos out much, much quicker. Tip number 3, don't spend a fortune on equipment. You don't need to. So the video that I'm filming today is filmed on my phone, an iPhone 14. I already own that phone. It hasn't cost me any extra money to do this. Now on my channel, I do a lot of filming on the move. I film motorcycles. Now, I mount cameras on the bikes, I mount them on me, I mount them on cars that are filming me to get better views of the bikes. That's quite an intensive process. If you can pick a subject that isn't as intensive as that for filming, it's going to be much easier for you. However, going back to the equipment, from an equipment point of view, as I said, I already own my phone. I bought 3 GoPros from eBay. All used items, not the latest models. Cost me about £300. And that included mounting hardware and all the accessories and bits and pieces I needed. For my editing, I already owned a laptop. However, I did find out very quickly my laptop just simply wasn't up to the job. So that's been the biggest purchase. I did much research. I found a laptop that had really good storage and memory and was ideal for high quality video. And that cost me about £2,000 here in the UK. However, I sold my old laptop, I got a decent price for it, and my editing laptop is now my main home computer. So it has other uses. So the cost of that is really negligible. Okay, so tip number 4, really important one, this one. You need to spend more time planning your videos than you do filming them. It's really important that your videos ask your audience questions and answer those questions, that the whole thing comes through as a story, and at the end of it, it makes sense. There's nothing worse than people clicking on a thumbnail and then when they watch the video, there's no real point to it. The videos have got to make sense. Tip number 5, probably the most important. You'll probably have seen this on other videos if you've watched this sort of thing before, but other people have said it, I've experienced it. The most important thing you can do is spend a lot of time planning and building your thumbnail. Your thumbnail is the first thing people see. When they're scrolling through, they're looking for which video to choose. Your thumbnail needs to look good, it needs to look right, and it needs to ask a relevant question. Your thumbnail should engage your audience. It should make them want to press it. And then once they've pressed it, they go through to your video. Your video backs up what the statement was on the thumbnail. They watch it through, hopefully to the end, and at the end, you give them the answer that they're looking for. Okay, tip number 6. Make sure that the first minute of your video is really engaging. Once your video is up and running, YouTube will supply you with tools that will let you measure certain things about your channel. One of the most important things it measures is how long you keep people engaged. Now, if you can keep a majority of your viewers beyond that first 30 seconds, chances are you're going to get some really good viewing numbers, and potentially your video might even go viral. Now, the best video I put out, after 30 seconds, I was still retaining 69% of my viewers. And to date, that video has had 72,000 views. So from personal experience, I know it worked. And finally, tip number 7. Try to put content out as often as you can. Realistically, if you can manage once a week, that just keeps things turning over. It keeps people's interest, and hopefully it will keep your figures growing. But this isn't always going to be possible. I know from experience, I have a busy life. I've not been able to put out anywhere near that amount of content. However, if you can follow those 7 simple steps, you should have a pretty good chance of getting your channel up and running, getting some decent viewing figures, and hopefully growing those subscribers. Now, unfortunately, although I'm giving you this advice, this wasn't the path that I took. But what I have been able to do is hit those 1,000 subscribers with a relatively low number of videos. To this date, and not including this video, I've only made 15 videos. Now, the downside to that is because of my busy lifestyle, it's taken me just over 2 years to do that. So for me, it's not been a quick process. So why has it taken me so long? Well, as I mentioned earlier, for now, YouTube is just a hobby. I have a very busy job. It takes up a lot of my time. Plus, like most people, I have bills to pay. And YouTube for me, up to this point, has not been a massive priority. Also, my channel is about my hobby, riding motorcycles. And I spend a lot of time riding and socializing with motorcycle groups and clubs. And for me, it's really important that I keep my social riding separate from my YouTube time. So that really does limit how much time I can spend creating content. Also, because of the subject matter that I've chosen, the planning and the filming of my videos can be complicated, labor intensive, and very, very time consuming. Now, you will get better and better at making videos. When I look back at my first video, believe me, it was awful. If you're interested, you can take a look. I'm not particularly proud of it, but it did actually get the channel going. I immediately started to get views, I immediately started to get subscribers, and that gave me the boost I needed to continue. So it wasn't a bad video after all. So it's taken me 2 years to reach this point. Could I have got to 1,000 subscribers any quicker? Well, yeah, of course I could. But from the very start, I promised myself YouTube was not going to take over my life. The process of me making a video was going to be something that I wanted to enjoy. And I was going to take my time, and I was going to put out the best videos I could at the time with the equipment I had, the knowledge I had, and I wasn't going to put myself under pressure. So if you're like me and you want to set up a channel to share your passion, to educate people, but do it in a way that's enjoyable for you and hopefully for your audience, it may take a little bit longer and you may not earn the money for a little while, but I think doing it that way makes it a lot more sustainable and hopefully means you'll be doing it long term. Now obviously the main point of this channel is for motorcycle reviews, so one of my next videos are going to detail how much I earned for my first YouTube payment. Stay tuned for that one. So I really hope my 7 top tips have been helpful to you. I hope you can use those on your own channels. I hope they help to grow your subscribers and potentially your income. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Sweet Rides.